Hi, we're going to do a quick video on how to establish your shipping rates on the AgLink website. It's one of those things that you really should stand back and say, what am I set up to do? No matter what, the client can always come to your farm or your place of business and pick up the produce. But that's going to limit the number of people who can do business with you because many of these buyers need to have delivery. So if you can deliver, you need to kind of walk through what that means, all right? So I've established a lot of different products here, but I'm going to do a new one. And you just hit that, do a new one, and you can say, hey, I do dried fruits and vegetables, and this is going to be pears. And now I'm going to go down and I'm going to establish my shipping price. So no matter what, you can check this box and say they can come by your operation and pick up the products. But if you're going to offer delivery, we offer 3 types of delivery to the buyer. And the first one would be to deliver it on a truck, and the buyer has to get it off that truck and then put it away. The second one would be that you would deliver the product, you'd get it off the truck, put it on the curb, and then the buyer would put it away. And then finally would be that you'd be able to do the complete operation of delivering the product, getting it off the truck, and follow the buyer's instructions on how to put the product away. So once you've established this, and each product can have its own unique delivery solution, you then establish the range you're willing to do all this. So the cool thing about the system is that if you say 1 to 50 miles, and you always take this first number and put it in the second column there, and you say, well, the cost to do this is going to be $35. And the system really doesn't like dollar signs, so don't put the dollar signs in there, but it doesn't mind having the 2 zeros. And it helps you, I think, look at the system and say, oh, we're looking at money. Then the next would be 51. And the beautiful thing about the system is that if you put in these distances before, it'll just remember it and you can put it in there. This is going to be 51, it remembers that. And to do 51 miles, let's say that's going to cost, or to 100 miles, that's going to cost $78. And then if you do 100 miles plus, and again, you need to do 101, which is the mile right after 100. And the cost there is going to be $160. And the system doesn't mind if you forget those zeros, but I like it just because it helps you remember those are dollars we're talking about. So once we've established the range, then we need to figure our quantity. And this is really based on what kind of trucks do you have, how much can you carry, what are you willing to carry. So let's say I'm willing to do 1 to 10 cases, and the minimum quantity there, of course, is the 1. Again, we always use that first number, and the delivery price for those cases, we're going to be $30 extra. Now if we decide that we want we can do more, then we can say, well, let's see, if we do 11 to, there we go, 11 to 20, and again we put that first number there. And for that, we can do that for actually a little less money because they're buying more. So we'll say, hey, we can do that for $28. And then finally, if they do 20 plus, and again, the system will remember that, and this needs to be 21, again, to go one number past that since it's the plus sign. And we'll do that for $26, and again, the system will remember 26 for me. And we hit update, it will automatically do a calculation and build a graph for us to see exactly how much delivery would be for these different options. So you can see here's your distances, here's your quantity, and this is what the buyer will see. So when the buyer makes a purchase, they're actually combining the net case price with your delivery fee. Those two numbers come together, and that is the end price for the purchase on an AgLink website. Now you must put in something for each of these ranges. So if you're going to do any kind of delivery, but let's say you'll deliver anywhere for a set amount of money, you can change this and say 1 to 500 miles, And again, the 1 goes here, and then whatever that fee is, and the same thing here, 1, quantity 1, and whatever that is, it'll do the calculation, and it'll automatically apply that to the purchase of the produce from you. Let's say you look at this, you look at these numbers and say, gosh, you know, there's no way I can deliver 20 cases for over 100 miles at $186. So, but I could do it for $200. So we could go up here, we could change this to $200, and we do an update the table. And in just a few seconds, it'll do a calculation and show that indeed it's added the added distance to it, and now the delivery price has been increased, and you're off and running on the website. So it's very important that you play with this a little bit, maybe print it, look at it, come up with some numbers, maybe do a couple runs and see how your numbers work out. You can go back into the system at any time and change either one of these numbers to make the delivery fee reasonable to your operation. When you're all done, remember to hit the button for submit, because if you don't do that, then you'll lose all that data. Thank you very much.